setting the wrong goals can actually set you going back in the wrong direction. So I want to talk about setting your weekly goals when you review your KPIs. We have coached many of you guys during your team meetings and staff meetings, more particularly, is talking about what did we do this week? What are we pre-scheduled for next week? And then what's the goal? If we did 280 visits this week, we're pre-scheduled for 260. The goal shouldn't be less than what you hit this week. So if you hit 280, 260, next week is pre-scheduled, go for 285. How do we set realistic numbers? It's looking at everything together. This is why we review KPIs during the staff meeting. If you're not doing it, do it, because then you're going to create control in your environment to have better outcomes and actually make your dreams become a reality. So one of the things that I look at, especially when setting goals for patient visits, is how many people, new people came in, how many report of findings did you have, and how many people accepted to a care program. So if you had 10 people who start on a care program and you start everybody at 3 times a week, easy math, 3 times 10 is 30 more patient visits. So if you hit 280 this week, you have 260 on the schedule for next week. Chances are not everybody has been pre-scheduled out that started care this week. So you're going to look at, okay, what is 30 plus the 260? Or we can say, hey, there might be some people falling off of care because they're moving on to wellness, not falling off of care, but decreasing the amount of visits that they're coming in. Maybe they drop to once a week or to twice a month. So we factor that in as well. So you take the 260 plus a little less than 30, let's add another, let's say 25 visits onto there. Then you'll say, okay, our goal for this week is going to be 285. That would be realistic for the team. Now, if we're saying, oh, well, we only have 240, so we're just going to go for 250, but you saw 280 this week. Now you know for sure you're going to go in a downward trend. There are many, many things that you can work as far as the sub indicators in order to get the main KPI. So if you're saying, great, we're not scheduled for enough, then what are the sub indicators that we can do in order to raise that number? So we can work on recalls, reactivations, people who need to make up a visit, who maybe they canceled or they didn't show up for because they didn't remember that they had the appointment. So there's so many different activities that we can be responsible for to go in and help control the outcomes of the goals that we set. So be very, very mindful. If you're hitting a certain number, the next week it should be above. Even if it's 1 or 2 above what you did, always work to be increasing. Figure out what sub indicators you can be working in order to get the main KPI. So always be growing, always be glowing, serve lots of people, set your goals with intention, and make it happen. We'll see you next time. Be blessed, be a blessing.
If this helped, give this video a like and share it with someone who needs this.